getting
Trent
to
Brown
Derek
down.
Carr's head. Exactly. I don't think they stand a chance. Trevor Davis, revenge game. No, sir.
Yeah, Green Bay's secondary matches
Can
up
I
better with
can
a
I
depleted
ask
wide
what
receiver
Trevor
versus
Davis has to
Oakland's
get
does to
revenge
Green
over
Bay.
Green Bay for? Literally went from a guy that wasn't going to get used, traded to where he became the number 2 receiver right away, and for a week was the number 1 receiver. Screwed that up,
He
so they
was the
traded
starting
for
punt
another
starter.
guy. And so what the hell does he have to get revenge for? We gave him an opportunity to do something better, and he screwed it up. You know what he needs to have a revenge for? He needs to go in the locker room and kick the crap out of himself like freaking Jim Carrey in Liar Liar. And when somebody asks why, he can be like, because I screwed up my own opportunities, so I'm kicking my own ass. That would be the best thing for Trevor Davis.
You screwed up that quote so bad.
Hey, I got to play the narrative, you know.
Anyways, yeah, so you like Green Bay. I know Jay likes Green Bay because of his pick last night. Geronimo, with him being upgraded from doubtful to questionable, there's no more probable in the injury report, folks. So the questionable, I mean, with him being upgraded, they wouldn't upgrade him if they didn't think he was going to play. So you're possibly getting Geronimo back, and they're still not ruling out MVS tomorrow as well, Dylan. They said that he's a solid 50-50 to play tomorrow.
Okay. If you had to pick between those two, MVS and Geronimo.
I think whoever comes in, I mean, I know Geronimo's going to be there, but I think if MVS comes in, it's going to hurt the Lazard fantasy value because it's going to bump him down to wide receiver 3. And if MVS stays out, then Lazard is going to be on that wide receiver 2 spot all day long, which I like because I'll take Gary and Conley versus Lazard on that deep route over the shoulder with Lazard being 6'5", 6'6".
Would you rather play Jimmy Graham or Dawson Knox versus the Dolphins?
Mercedes Lewis.
Oh, hey, there you go.
He's been getting involved in the offense more and more each week.
You're going to be surprised by this, but this is one of those games where everybody sits Jimmy Graham and he finally has a touchdown.
Yeah, watch like 3 yards. I'm 3
serious.
touchdowns, 180 yards.
I'm not even being like trying to be screwing around here. Like literally, everybody is so down on him. Everybody will be like, yeah, we'll all universally agree, sit him, and then he'll go off, and it'll be the 1 week he goes off. He'll just drive everybody nuts. Jimmy Graham is one of those people like you gotta like it's like taking your medicine, man. You just take it and just be done with it and never think about it again.
He has improved on run blocking, though. I'm not kidding. He has improved on that the past couple
at
weeks.
least a couple of times, but he still has stone hands.
Couldn't believe it. But anyways, nonetheless, Oakland is a very talented team, Dylan. Last night when I talked to Kenny King representing the Raiders on the preview show, I did not take Raiders for granted at all. Even with Trent Brown out, Tyrell Williams, they beat the Bears without Tyrell Williams. I mean, that shows you pretty much. If you want not a sneaky good, but a regular good pick for tight ends, Darren Waller. I mean, he's their main offensive threat. So I wouldn't look over Oakland at all, folks. I think it's going to be a closer game than people realize.
Yeah, I'm definitely all in on Waller this week with Williams being out. He's going to be a target magnet. I'm hoping Josh Jacobs gets more involved in the passing game, so we'll see what happens with that.
We'll see. I mean, they have a couple guys in the second, third string for the running game for Oakland that can come out and like Jalen Richard, and he's been known to get a couple receiving yards.
Yeah. So we'll see. I still don't think it's going to be enough. I think Oakland has a big-time struggle. But, it's going to be fun. Moving into the next game, nobody circles the wagons, as they say, like the Buffalo Bills. Heavily favored in this one as home favorites. 17-point spread.
I think it's actually a little too much, to be honest. I mean, I'm not.
You like Miami to cover?
Yeah, I think they end up getting within 13 or 14. I mean, they have nothing to lose, man. Why not do a fake punt? Why not do a fake field goal and convert it? Really? Miami's desperate. Might as well do it, and they're going with Ryan Fitzmagic.
At this point, the only thing they have to lose is that first pick, that first overall.
Yeah, I know. We saw that with Washington in Miami last week, folks. Literally, both teams were trying to lose on purpose, and Miami ended up getting the victory and losing because they dropped a 2-point conversion that Kenyon Drake never drops.
We're moving into Buffalo versus
If
Miami,
you paid
sir.
attention.
A battle for AFC East dominance. A battle that's been raging since the days of Kelly versus Marino.
Literally, that's the last time they had 2 solid QBs, folks.
So the Bills are 17-point favorites in this one.
Yes, they are.
Holy smokes! I don't think even the Bills are that good.
Didn't Dallas have like 24?
For some reason, I feel like this is that game where the Bills come crashing back to reality of being the Bills.
Are you saying Miami's going to get a win?
I'm saying that it might happen. Yeah.
Do it.
No
balls.
Ooh.
I think this might be the upset of the week, guys. 17-point spread, and it's the Bills, and everybody's saying they have no chance, and the Dolphins. Like the Dolphins are going to win a game this year, right? It's a division game.
They don't have to.
I think the Bills win this one by 10, or the Dolphins win this one by 10 points, guys.
Wow.
I think they win it by 10 points, guys. I think so.
That's not a lone wolf. That's a lone Sasquatch out in the woods by himself.
I am an angry beaver.
Yes, you are.
You like that one? That's a reference even you're not too young for.
You're more of a Daggett than a Norbert. I'll say that.
Dude, don't make me do what my kids hate when I do to them, Dillon. Because it's going to trip you out because you don't even know about it. So it's going to flip you out if I end up doing it.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't
We're
do that.
live, Jay. How dare you?
Exactly. Well, working against your Miami pick, Jay, according to Graham Barfield of NFL.com, Miami not only has allowed a top 15 fantasy quarterback in every game, they have allowed a top 25 fantasy receiver in every game. The defense is atrocious. No one seems to be trying, and those who would like to try are getting shipped out of town.
Do you think Xavier Howard
I'm a preposterous person according to this point spread thing that I'm looking at.
I mean, you're basically reversing a 27 because you said like they're going to win by 10 with a 17-point spread already.
I'm telling you,
you're trying to swing a 27-point spread.
There's one game every year. Do you realize where my shit comes from?
It already happened. It was the Jets over Dallas.
No, because there was people that actually thought that because Sam Darnold came back that they had a chance at winning that game because they were coming off of back-to-back craps and people were coming off the Dallas bridge like they always do. This happens every year. See, the problem with you, Dave, is do you know what the difference between me and you is, bud? Is that my football memory comes from actual events and memorizing those and cataloging them inside my brain. Your football memory comes from whatever goddamn thing just happened last week that's most current. That's it. Like we get into
it's because I called Jets over Dallas by 2, and Dillon called me out on it, so I
all the time, and you act like I'm coming up with a hot take, and it's like, no, this is just based off of what I can remember happening on a regular basis over a period of time.
It's in Buffalo? Hell no. They got snow up there already.
Sloppy game. Oh, even more. Yeah, because you really trust
that.
You trust that Josh Allen in a sloppy, messy game. He's just going to hold on to the ball. There's no chance he's going to turn it over.
I never said Josh Allen.
Well,
I said Devin Singletary and Frank Gore.
There's a game every year, dude. That point spread last week was
like
not
Cincy over Jacksonville.
Jacksonville, no.
Anyways, I'm going to take Buffalo with a not covering the spread, but maybe letting Miami within 13 or 12 points. But that's about it, Dillon.
Well, here's an interesting little nugget. I mean, everyone thinks that the ground game for the Bills is going to wreak havoc, and they should. But confidence in Devin Singletary for a guy who only has 10 career carries thus far in the NFL. So
really?
Yes. I mean, he's been banged up.
Hurt.
And
oh, yeah.
You can't expect much from a guy.
Frank Gore's been helping out that ageless one. I love it. Penn State touchdown, folks. Woo! Suck it, Michigan. along with the Lions fans.
Jesus
Dang.
God, man. That came
I
random
love it.
out of nowhere.
I hope the whole state
What
of
game
Michigan
are we moving
thrives
to
this
next
week.
so I can scroll and get my point spread? Come on.
Oh,
Next,
Jesus.
we have the Battle of the Big Cats. Jacksonville hosting the Cincinnati Bengals.
You're not going to take who wins last week? Is that what you're not doing this
Oh, come on.
week? You did that last week.
So?
That's what I'm asking.
You do realize that was like a Saturday night bit?
Yeah, the old J formula.
Yeah. So who wins last week? Who lost? Did they lose last week? Did they win last week? And the
All right, Jacksonville to Cincinnati.
the fact that it irked you was only more encouraging me to keep on
Irks
with
the
it.
shit out of me, folks.
I know it did. That's why I kept.
I'm
going
taking
with it.
Jacksonville. I'm not even going to talk about it. It's Jacksonville. Fournette's running well. Minshew's there. Cincinnati's vying for the number one pick. Give me Jacksonville. Cover the spread.
Fournette's running well, and
He's on my
Cincinnati.
fantasy team.
Cincinnati is ranked dead last in rushing yards per game and rushing touchdowns per game. So there's an unfortunate formula there for the Bengals. Oddly enough, when it comes to passing, these teams are ranked exactly the same. 16th in passing yards per game, 13th in passing touchdowns per game.
Jaguars by 3.5 in my spread. Is that what you guys have?
I have 4.5, but I wouldn't be surprised if it has moved around or
This
different
one,
sites have.
this one is easy for me. Dalton or Minshew?
Minshew.
Minshew.
I
Mixon or
like
Fournette?
Dalton.
Oh my God! You're smiling because you don't even really
The
believe
red
that.
rifle? Really?
Do you realize that Dillon
I-
literally picked his face up off a camera just so he would say that, and yet
No,
he
he's been
can't
sitting
cover
like
his
that
face
for the
up?
past 10 minutes. Just half his face missing.
Radio
Listen.
edit.
Much like Prince, the artist formerly known as, I've always had a guilty pleasure for Andy Dalton.
Oh, I thought you were going to name When Doves Cry, but that's just me.
Well, that's what happens when he goes out there and throws the football. Doves cry.
He's taking the old horned frog, are you?
I just like the way he plays the game since TCU. I think he has good mobility. I think he has enough of an arm to make the throws you ask of him. I just think he's had to deal with Marvin Lewis for most of his career, a banged-up A.J. Green. The offensive line has never been that great.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's made lemonade from what he's been given as far as I'm concerned thus far in his career. And if the Bengals move on from him after this season, then whatever team decides to pick him up is going to be fortunate because they'll have the best backup and possibly, a Ryan Tannehill situation to where he comes in mid-season and replaces whoever. But that's obviously looking way into the future for this season.
Start him and sits in this game.
Starts and sits, you should start all of your Jags except for the tight end. I mean, I wouldn't get too crazy picking up, I believe it's Josh Oliver. Yeah, I wouldn't get too crazy trying to bathe in that tight end stream. For Cincinnati, obviously you have to play Joe Mixon, even though he's been disappointing thus far. You drafted him high, so you're trotting him out there. I do like Auden Tate for Cincinnati.
Also
nice
on my fantasy team.
Nice big tall target who's been connecting with Dalton as of late. Speaking of Bengals and trade rumors, Tyler Eifert, I've read recently, has been rumored to the New Orleans Saints. So that's kind of an interesting little thing to keep your eyes on.
Be healthy as soon as he goes there.
Right, for the first time in his life. I mean, some other big-time injury news for these two teams. A.J. Green seems to be close to returning. He won't be back this week, but he's been practicing on the sidelines. And also I read that Nick Foles is expected to practice next week. So Minshew Mania might be over as we know it.
Wouldn't that be something? Nick Foles returns from the dead from a hurt shoulder and takes Jacksonville to win the AFC South.
Yeah. I mean, what I was thinking about earlier today is the amount of rules we have in the game now to protect the quarterback and just roll through the names. Roethlisberger, Breeze, Foles. I mean, the guys are going down like flies. It's been unreal. I mean, you just had Patrick Mahomes go out on Thursday night with a freak accident. So it seems like no matter how many rules you try to stick in the game about body weight and hit him here and hit him there and you can't touch him,
They're
this and that.
fragile human beings.
Well, Foles hit